Have you ever heard of a legendary creature believed to attack and suck the blood of livestock? The first stories about the Chupacabra emerged in Puerto Rico. Residents there discovered many livestock mysteriously dead, with small puncture wounds and signs of bloodsucking. Today, we'll explore the Chupacabra with you. Exploring the history of the Chupacabra is not just about uncovering a legend, but also understanding a part of Latin American culture. The history of the Chupacabra began in Puerto Rico in the mid-1990s. People here recounted finding numerous livestock mysteriously dead, with no apparent signs of a natural predator or human attacker. These animals were often discovered with small puncture wounds and evidence of blood loss. Quickly, rumors of the Chupacabra spread beyond the borders of Puerto Rico and throughout all of Latin America. Every country, from Mexico to Chile, had its own stories about this peculiar creature. Descriptions of the Chupacabra varied by region. In some places it was described as a dinosaur-like monster with sharp spikes, while elsewhere it was likened to a hairless red-eyed wolf. The history of the Chupacabra also isn't short of physical evidence. Some individuals provided photographs, videos, and even alleged Chupacabra specimens. However, there is still no scientifically convincing evidence of the existence of the Chupacabra. Perceptions of the Chupacabra have also evolved over time. In its early years, the Chupacabra was seen as a real threat to people and livestock. But with scientific advancements and a lack of convincing evidence, the Chupacabra has gradually become an urban legend, a symbol of the strange and mysterious. Perhaps describing the Chupacabra is indeed a challenging task due to its diversity. One notable aspect is that the descriptions vary depending on geographical location and cultural origin. In Puerto Rico, where the legend began, the Chupacabra is often described as a two-legged creature with a slender body, green skin, and fiery red eyes. Thin, fragile wings and sharp claws are common features in these accounts. However, as the legend spread to other countries like Mexico, Argentina, or Chile, the Chupacabra's appearance became different. In these places, it is often described as a wild, hairless dog-like creature with gray or reddish-brown skin and fearsome fangs. The red eyes always remain a prominent feature and do not vary. Some people even believe that the Chupacabra has wings, enabling it to silently glide over rural areas at night and carry out its attacks stealthily. There are also stories of it emitting spine-chilling screeches that instill fear in both humans and animals. With each description, the Chupacabra becomes more mysterious and intriguing. Regardless, the truth is that to this day, nobody truly knows what the Chupacabra looks like, and we might never find out. When it comes to the Chupacabra, the issue of evidence is indeed challenging. Since the legend first became widespread, many individuals have provided everything from photographs and videos to actual specimens they believe to be Chupacabra. Despite the abundance of information revealed, the truth remains, and it carries more mystery than answers. In the early years after the Chupacabra became known, hundreds of reports from Puerto Rican residents and later from other countries in the Latin American region claimed sightings of this mysterious creature. Some reports detailed Chupacabra sightings actively attacking livestock, while others asserted they had encountered the Chupacabra in different circumstances. The photographs and videos of the Chupacabra quickly became hot topics on websites, television programs, and in the press. Nevertheless, many of this evidence was debunked, with experts suggesting that the images were manipulated or entirely fabricated. Some videos showed dog-like or large cat-like animals moving at night, but it couldn't be definitively identified as Chupacabra. As for the specimens, in some cases, people found unidentifiable animal carcasses, often hairless and in a state of decomposition. Although many believe these were evidence of the chupacabra's existence, most of these specimens were later determined to be familiar animals like coyotes, wolves, or large cats suffering from conditions causing fur loss. The chupacabra has also been the subject of observation by wildlife experts and researchers. Despite their efforts, very few scientifically convincing pieces of evidence have been provided to confirm the existence of the chupacabra. So, what has fueled the popularity and passionate interest in the chupacabra over many decades? Perhaps it's the mystery and the quest for the truth behind a legendary myth. While scientific explanations may address some puzzles about the chupacabra, its existence remains an unanswered mystery. Some scientists argue that the chupacabra is merely a genetically altered or mutated animal due to radiation or genetic changes. Others suggest it might be a natural phenomenon or human misinterpretation. Scientific explanations for the chupacabra mainly focus on two aspects: explaining the reported chupacabra sightings and elucidating the mysterious livestock attacks. Regarding reported sightings, some scientific hypotheses suggest that many of these sightings are simply misidentifications of ordinary animals. A common example is seeing a diseased wolf suffering from conditions like mange, causing them to lose their fur and appear strangely. This hair loss, combined with dim lighting in the night, can create a chupacabra-like image. Moreover, the natural decomposition process of animal carcasses can lead to misunderstandings. After an animal dies, decomposition, influenced by environmental factors and scavenging by other animals, can result in the carcass becoming distorted, making it easily misidentified. As for livestock attacks, some scientific explanations suggest that these may be the work of typical wild animals like wolves or vultures. Sometimes these creatures may bite once and suck blood from the prey without consuming the flesh, creating an image of livestock being drained of blood. The puncture wounds resembling needles might be the result of a single bite. Another factor that scientists have considered is the post-mortem drop in blood pressure in livestock. When an animal dies, its blood pressure decreases, causing the blood not to flow as readily through wounds as it would in a live animal. This could explain why some livestock attacked by predators do not have a lot of blood surrounding the wounds. Lastly, the power of communication and word of mouth is an important element. When a chupacabra story is spread, it can be altered and exaggerated, creating a much more bizarre and frightening image than the original truth. Although scientific explanations may solve some mysteries about the chupacabra, its mystery and allure still persist in the minds of many people and have become a memorable part of folk culture. The chupacabra has become an integral part of popular culture, especially in Latin America and neighboring regions. Its presence in various forms of entertainment shows that, whether it truly exists or not, the chupacabra has left an indelible mark on our imagination. In music, many artists have composed songs with chupacabra themes. These songs, both in melody and lyrics, often carry a mysterious and mystical atmosphere, reflecting the characteristic of the legend. Some songs even tell stories of love between humans and chupacabras, offering a fresh perspective on the screen. From movies to reality TV shows, the chupacabra often appears as either a villain or a mystery to be unraveled. In some films, the chupacabra is portrayed as a bloodthirsty and dangerous creature, while in others, it is a misunderstood being in need of help. Reality TV programs often feature segments dedicated to chupacabra exploration and investigation, although the results usually do not provide convincing evidence. In literature, many works, from short stories to novels, have been crafted based on the chupacabra archetype. These works often combine elements of fantasy and reality, creating a world where the chupacabra is not just a legend, but a creature that can interact with humans. Toys, video games, and online games have not escaped the influence of the Chupacabra. This creature often appears as a central character or an adversary to defeat. The thrill and mystery surrounding the Chupacabra are typically attractive to players. Finally, Chupacabra has also become the theme for various events, from local festivals to performances. These events not only help people learn more about the legend, but also create a space for people to gather and share their enthusiasm. Thus, through various forms of entertainment, the Chupacabra has become a cultural icon, deeply ingrained in the hearts and imagination of many.